Have you ever stopped to think that the scariest horror stories might be happening all around us right now? There are cases so disturbing that they make even the most skeptical person question what is truly real. Do you know the story of the house at the end of the street that no one dares to visit? Well, they say that at nightfall, you can hear the sound of heavy footsteps, as if someone or something were walking around the house. But that house has been abandoned for over 50 years. And here's the creepiest part. Anyone who goes in there never comes out the same. And that's not all. There's an even bigger mystery that left even the investigators without answers. A man, desperate, called the police in the middle of the night. He was talking about a shadow that was closely following him, and he said, "I don't know what it is, but I know it's here with me." When the police arrived, the house was empty, but the phone was still hanging, slowly swinging. And on the other end of the line, there was heavy breathing. Now tell me, how far would you go to find out what's real and what's just a figment of our imagination? What is real and what is just fear taking shape? Some people say that true terror is what we can't see but can feel behind us, watching us right now. Some believe fear is just a natural reaction, a way for our brain to protect us from danger. But what if the danger isn't something physical? What if the fear is of something we can't touch, something we can't see? Let me tell you about a family who moved into an old house on the outskirts of a small town. Everything seemed perfect until their dog started barking at the wall, always in the same direction, every day, exactly at 3 a.m. At first, they thought it was just odd behavior. You know, dogs can be weird sometimes, right? But then one night they heard footsteps coming from the hallway, light footsteps, followed by a faint whisper. The mother woke up startled and went to check. When she opened the door to her little boy's room, she saw a shadow standing next to his bed. The boy was sleeping soundly, as if nothing was happening. But the shadow seemed to be looking right at her. She blinked, and the shadow was gone. The next day, they decided to investigate the house's history. They discovered that many years ago, a child had disappeared there without a trace. Coincidence? Maybe. But after that night, they never heard footsteps or whispers again, only silence. And silence, my friends, sometimes is the scariest thing of all. Now imagine living in a place where every sound gives you chills, where every shadow seems to have a life of its own. Could you sleep peacefully? And the worst part, what if you're already in that place and just haven't realized it yet? Now imagine you start noticing small changes around you, things missing from their places, objects out of position. At first you think, it must have been the wine, or maybe I'm just going crazy, right? But one day, you feel a strange cold, not a normal cold, but the kind that comes with a shiver running up your spine and leaves you with the feeling that someone is watching you. And then the dreams begin. But they are just ordinary dreams. They're nightmares that feel so real that when you wake up, you're not sure if you're still asleep or awake. You see a face, always the same, pale with hollow eyes and a crooked smile, standing in the corner of your room. You try to scream, but no sound comes out. Your heart races, and when you finally manage to wake up, the only thing you can hear is the sound of your own heartbeat, pounding hard, as if it wants to burst out of your chest. Some would say it's just your mind playing tricks on you. But what if it isn't? What if it's something trying to reach you? Something that knows your name, knows your deepest fears, that knows exactly where you're hiding. And so the question that remains, are you really alone, or have you never been? Maybe true horror doesn't lie in ghosts, monsters, or demons. Maybe true terror lies in the idea that even when we believe we are alone, we never truly are.